Gathered around over by Alfa Romeo, and let me introduce to you the latest in design and innovation from the company that basically invented design and innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new 2023 Alfa Romeo Tonale. Now, of course, Alfa Romeo is going through a radical evolution towards the future with connectivity and electrification, and the Tonale exemplifies this, being not only the only Tonale here in all of Canada, but the first ever plug-in hybrid offered by Alfa Romeo. Now, before we go into all that futuristic and talk about all the technical data of the vehicle, first I want to talk about the incredible design, because you can't help but fall in love with an Alfa Romeo just by looking at it. Now, even though it's a very futuristic car, as we'll see, all the design elements are kind of paying heritage to its long and storied past. Now, first and foremost, the most famous design you notice on the Alfa Romeo is this V-shaped grille. Now, it has the gloss black finish on this model with a nice wide open, more aggressive front end here with the lower splitter. And now we also have the emblem right over here. Now, if you look at the Alfa Romeo wall, you can kind of see the storied history of the emblem and how it came to be. As along the side here, let me actually turn the headlights on for you. All right. So with the daytime running lights, what you see here, it creates what we call the tri-lobe effect. Now, this actually is a heritage to the 1989 Alfa Romeo SC Zagato and the 2005 Alfa Romeo Brea. As I kind of feel, because I'm a fan, I believe they're in the South building if you want to go see them. Here, you actually have a fully functional air-down cooler brakes, and it's designed to funnel air around your wheels. Around the wheels here, you actually have a nice gloss black finish around the fenders for a more elegant look for an SUV. And inside, you have these beautiful 20-inch 5-spoke wheels. Of course, they have a nice circular dial design. Inside, you have these beautiful Brembo brakes with the red calipers and that Alfa Romeo font written all over them. Now, for the initial launch, which actually will be this summer, 2023, you have two trim levels. You have the Sprint and what you see here, the Veloce, that's the trim level there. You have the nice blacked out mirrors with nice flag bibly here. And to give this crossover more of like a coupe-like silhouette, we've actually blacked out the B-pillar here, the nice gloss black finish, to come almost like elongate the window line. You have this nice upturn here, which you see in all the Alfa Romeos. And when you look at this line here, this is called the GT body line. You notice this on all of our GT Gran Turismo cars. In the back, with these beautiful taillights that mimic the front headlights with a nice tri-lobe design that run across the entire width of the vehicle. You have the emblem here and the nice Tonale logo there and the beautiful Alfa Romeo font. Now, the best part of having an Alfa Romeo is, of course, driving it. This one here is actually, this is the gasoline version. It has a very powerful 268 horsepower 4-cylinder engine. It makes 268 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. It has a 9-speed automatic and comes with a Q4 intelligent all-wheel drive. In fact, this engine, you can be seen right there in the Stelvio as well. Now, the cool part, this is also the first ever plug-in hybrid from Alfa Romeo, and I find it very fascinating. So the way it functions in this particular Tonale, in the front you have a gasoline engine. It's a 1.3 liter turbocharged engine. It actually has a 9-speed automatic. So the gasoline engine is only connected to the front wheels. It is not powered to the back whatsoever, because in the back you have a 90 kilowatt EV motor powering your rear wheels. So between the engine and the motor, you have an intelligent all-wheel drive system. And when you add both engines together, the horsepower comes up to 375 horsepower. Now, if you're lucky enough to get a chance to sit in the Giulia or the Stelvio, or if you've seen an Alfa before, you would have noticed what's called the DNA mode. Select as your driving modes. So you have D for dynamic, N for natural, and A for advanced efficiency. With the Tonale plug-in, it looks a little bit differently. When you're in dynamic, then make sure that the gas engine is always on, the electric motor is always on, giving you all that power all at once. Now, when you're in natural, it will switch it to having the EV motor always on, and the gasoline will come off and on as needed. And then you can also go to advanced efficiency, which would be in EV mode only. Then you have basically a rear-wheel drive electric vehicle. It's a sports car. You have a range of up to 48 kilometers in a single charge. There's also quick charging with level 2 in 2 hours. You get a full charge battery. And on top of all that, you also have not just a very intelligent all-wheel drive system, but in all 4 wheels, there's independent suspension. And in fact, you're also getting what we call selective frequency dampening. So the Tonale is intelligent enough to realize that the road is a little more bumpy or smooth, and it can automatically adjust and soften or tighten the suspension as you drive. And you can also adjust it yourself if you like to. And now let me give you a sneak peek on the interior here. So the leather seat pattern, the pattern you see in the leather seats, believe it or not, is called cannelloni. There we go. We have this other side here for you as well. Now you have a bunch of signature design elements on the inside as well. First and foremost, the coolest one you notice right away is the binocular-like design over the gauge cluster. You can see that in all of the Alfa Romeos. That's kind of the heritage to our racing past. And on this one is a full 12.3-inch digital display. When you turn the car on, you're greeted with the headlights illuminating in there, greeting you. But my favorite part, your start-stop button, the ignition button right here, is on the left part of the steering wheel. So when you get in the car, you start the car, your left hand, you go here, your right hand, it feels awesome. Now, of course, in the center is a 10-inch infotainment screen with everything you expect: wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, there's a wireless charging pad, and you also have the first vehicle to actually be powered with Amazon Alexa. So you actually can connect your car to your house and your house to your car. You can be walking around your house and say, "Hey Alexa, start my Tonale," or "Hey Alexa, start charging my Tonale." You could be driving home and say, "Hey Alexa, unlock the door." "Hey Alexa, turn on the lights of my house, adjust the temperature," whatever you like. Your house and your car will be connected to each other with Amazon Alexa, and also, by the way, Google Smart Things, whatever you have. Now, on top of all that futuristic stuff, you're getting all the newest and latest technology. So in the mirrors, right here underneath the flag of Italy, is a camera on both sides and also front and back that gives you a crystal clear image from a bird's eye view of all around your Tonale while you're driving, while you're parking and maneuvering in a tight area. Speaking of which, you have these little circles here along the bumper. These are your parking sensors. They will detect a human being or a vehicle and either warn you or brake for you if need be. And of course, I have the camera back here, so rear cross traffic alert. Here in the body is actually radars for blind spot monitoring, of course. And up here in the mirror assembly is a nice little camera for your lane departure warning with lane keeping assist. And here, underneath the very cool grille, this little flat part actually houses your radar system for autonomous driving. So it has adaptive cruise control with traffic jam assist, so the Tonale can adjust to all the behavior of the vehicles around it and even come to a full stop by itself, and then continue driving by itself as traffic clears. That radar is also offering a forward collision warning with active braking that, again, will recognize a human being or a vehicle and warn you and brake for you if need be. So there you have it, guys. Incredible, beautiful design, the latest in electrification, and all, of course, the latest in connectivity, all jam-packed into the beautiful 2023 Alfa Romeo Tonale. Now, thank you guys so much for watching the presentation, and we're so excited to be back here at the car show. It's been a few years since we had a car show. We're so excited. We're actually giving away a free Tonale. In fact, you can get this one if you like. You can get the Giulia, the Stelvio. You basically win $80,000 towards any of the vehicles that you want. In fact, just by signing up, you get a free Jeep bag. You can sign up with the lovely Ada right over here. You can sign up with me. Make sure you have your driver's license ready. All we have to do is scan the back of your driver's license. It signs you up right away. It only takes 1 minute to sign up. And in fact, also, if you did the Jeep camp and you have a Jeep bracelet, we can scan that too. And you have a chance to win $80,000 towards any Alfa Romeo that you like. Thank you guys so much, and have an amazing car show.